miscarriage, and then I'm going to start to talk to Thomas as well. There's still that father with the cardiovascular too. And who recognizes the name Frank? Very clearly, Frank. Frank. You recognize Frank too? Okay. And who has a father energy with that name? Father Frank? Perfect, good. Father Frank? Okay. Sometimes what'll happen, because Frank is just like Mary, even if Frank's not a common name like Mary is, there could be two father energies in the same group with the same name. And I will let you know by the health condition which one it is or a specific date. Do you understand it? Okay, perfect. And it very well could be that both of them start to step in and piggyback off of each other. Is this your first time doing this, honey? Okay, because I keep getting, it's my daughter's first time. Do you understand it? That's how I know it's at least your father, okay? And it very well could be that your dad steps in once I start to sit down with you guys, okay? Is this your first time doing this too? Okay. Are you a little back and forth about this? They're showing me the seesaw over your head, and my guide's laughing at me right now. And they're like, it's like they pulled his arm, but they didn't. Do you understand it? Okay, perfect. Sometimes it's just hard for people to understand that this is possible, number one. But secondly, some people have questions about God and about what heaven's like and what the other side is like. So sometimes it's just hard to wrap your mind around it, because some people have to have it be tangible for them to understand it. And I feel like that's how it is for you. It's like you can't see it or you can't touch it. So there's that question. Do you understand? Trust me. If I didn't do this and I didn't see the things I do and experience the things I do, I'd probably go, really? But I do, and I do experience it, so I know it's very real. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. And I promise I'm going to come back to you, honey, okay? Because I was already feeling the other parental energy in the grandmother for you as well. How are the two of you connected? Okay, because I feel like they make me feel like I want to squeeze you, but I know it's not a bloodline because they're not same family. Do you understand? Huh? Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to come to you guys, I promise, because they're already getting my attention. But I'm being told we need to deal with the brother and the miscarriage and the father energy first. Then I might be bouncing back and forth between these two ladies over here and then this table. Then I feel like I'm going to come back over here after I go that direction. So it's just the way that they're starting to line people up, okay? Right, brother energy. Okay, who else's brother is this that had the infection in the bloodstream? Because I'm being told it's more than just you. Do you understand it? Okay, perfect. Your son is with your husband. Your son is with your husband. Okay, that's why they were making me feel like I wanted to sit beside her, okay? And it's okay that you said his name because he would have given it to me when he stepped in. Okay? Okay, good. Yeah. I feel like I need to hold your hand, honey. Okay? He is the one that was making me feel the blood infection before. Do you understand it? Autoimmune disease? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because he's saying to me there were several health issues. I know there's complications with breathing. I know the body starts to shut down, and I know there's an infection in the system. Do you understand it? Because the way that he's wearing me down and the way he's making me feel. Did you guys call him Matt? Okay, good. Because he said you can call me Matt if you choose. Okay? Good. What's with the, I'll figure that out as he starts to say it to me. Because I'm being told it's going to be your father that validates the miscarriage. So I'm going to leave that, okay? Okay. I'm going to talk to your son first, okay? Okay. He said, even though my other family are here and I know they love me and miss me, I needed this to be about my mom today. Do you understand? Okay. Whew. All right, I'm asking him to step just between us. He just said, Mom, I'm right here. I know it was hard to lose you the way I died. My family didn't always understand me, but I feel like they didn't judge me. Do you understand that? Okay. They didn't always understand the choices that I made in my life, and there's definitely some things that I made mistakes with. But they never judged me. Do you understand it? Good. Perfect. Good. He's, oh my goodness. I can feel the peaceful wings in front of his chest. It's his way of validating that he's at peace, okay? But what he keeps saying to me is, they'll never know how much I love them. And I didn't really get to talk to them the way I wished I would have before the passing happened. Do you guys understand that? Okay. And he said a lot of it had to do with the choices I was making in my life. Do you understand? Good. It's okay. Okay, I'm just going to listen to him, okay? My love never changed for anybody. There's a lot of hard roads that I walk down. Sometimes I felt alone because of my choices. There are people that have supported me in my life, but my family never really knew them. Meaning friends. Okay, that's how I know he's a distance away. Do you understand? And distance doesn't always have to do with location. It can be emotional or the combination of both. Do you understand it? Okay, good. Who just had the birthday? He said, tell her I said happy birthday. Meaning, and he's passing me the balloons, and that's how I know the birthday just happened. Saturday? Oh, wonderful. Good. It's his way of saying happy birthday to you, because all he kept saying to me was, it was just her birthday, and I knew it was one of the four of you. So that's why I had to stop, because that's all he was saying to me was, it was her birthday. Do you understand? He's saying to me that he celebrated the day with everybody. Did you guys celebrate together? Because he said they celebrated as a family and let them know that this one family member was not missing, and neither was Dad. Do you understand it? Meaning they were both there in spirit with all of you. Wonderful. Good. That just means that him and your husband were with you when it was your birthday the other day. Do you understand? Good. Okay, good, honey. It's just their way of, listen. It's just their way of saying to you that they still share your life, okay? So even though I know it's hard for people because they can't always physically have that attachment with their loved ones, it's their way of letting you know that they're with you in spirit and that they still see everything that's going on in your life and they still share that with you. Do you understand it? Okay, perfect. Good. I had to make sure I said happy birthday to her. If I didn't do it, Dad would have. Meaning one of them would have. It just ends up being he's the first one I'm talking to. Do you understand? Okay, good, good. Tell her I'm sorry I had to leave her. I know that in her heart she always felt like she didn't have a chance to say goodbye to me. Do you understand it? Okay. And again, he's not going into detail about that. It's just what he's saying to me. That's why I was saying to you it's all about my mom today, because I wanted to make sure that I could tell you to let her know I was there for her birthday. Okay, good. And then he just said, I love all of you. All right, he's going to step back just for a minute. I'm going to start to connect to the Father energy and get information about the miscarriage. And it could be that I start to go back and forth between the two of them just a little bit, okay? But he's pulling his energy back just for a minute, and I'm going to start to connect to your husband. Okay? You're married a long time. Yeah, because he's saying to me, we were married for forever. I can't count the days. Do you understand it?
65 years.
65 years, that's why. Okay? That always, to me, means at least over 40 when they start talking about longevity as far as the marriage tie with that. So it's just his statement to me as to how long you were together. Do you understand it? Okay, good, good, good. I feel like I want to validate the miscarriage. You do not know the baby and you've never been given the information? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to turn my chair just a little bit like this so I can look at the four of you together. Okay? I'm okay. I'm good. Because I'm going to actually ask him to step right here, and I'm going to get the validation for the miscarriage first, okay? But I know it's a father energy, even though I know all of you want to hear from him. And what's with the ring that he keeps talking about? The ring he keeps talking about. Okay. He keeps saying my ring, my ring, my ring.
What, hon?
Your ring. You have Daddy's ring on? No.
No, I don't. I usually do.
Okay, that's fine. That's why. That's why. Because he keeps saying, talk to her about my ring. Do you understand it? He's picking on you because you usually wear it and you don't have it on today. That's okay. He's just giving you a hard time. It's all right. Okay. What'd you say? Yeah, right. See, it's just his way of letting you know that he's here, making me feel his personality, and just his way of still connecting with her the same way that he did when he was here. Do you understand it? That's all it is, okay? But he keeps saying to me, and he kept showing me a band, and I felt like I wanted to put it on. And I knew it was his because he was making me see his hand, and he kept saying, talk about my ring, talk about my ring, meaning he was asking you where it was, which means he's just giving you a hard time, and it's okay. It's okay. He said it means a lot to me that she even puts it on and doesn't let it just sit on the dresser. Do you understand it? Perfect. Good, 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 good. That's all it is, okay? All right, so he's starting to step in. He makes me completely wiped out. Like really, really, really lethargic, and he makes me feel like I have no energy. That's how I know that's how he felt in the end. So I'm just going to wait until he explains that to me, but I'm being told the miscarriage needs to happen first, okay? Okay, good. And do you recognize the name Henry? Henry.
It's a great grandson.
Okay, because all he keeps saying is he wants to talk about Henry. That doesn't mean it's somebody in spirit. It could be someone that he's validating here. Okay, so who's Henry for you that's still here?
I didn't get to.
Henry. Kelly's Henry. Kelly. The baby. Kelly has
Oh,
a baby Henry.
Kelly.
Okay, baby not very old? Okay, because he keeps saying to me, I needed to tell them that I watch over Henry, and I'm being told it's a child, which usually means under 3. Do you understand it? Meaning I feel like I can still pick up the child, which usually means toddler age, okay? And he keeps saying to me, let them know that he is one of the people that I'm assigned to watch over. That's why he was giving me his name. Do you understand it? Perfect, wonderful. Every time I start to ask him questions, talk to me about the health, he goes into talking about the family. So that's fine. It just means that he wants to focus on the family, which means he's still proving that personality that he showed here. Do you understand it? Which means he was all about his family before. So that's what he's doing now. Okay? So I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to have him talk to me about the miscarriage first and validate that for you. And then I'm going to see if there's anything he wants to say about Henry, except for the assignment as far as the watch over for the validation, and then I'm going to listen to anything else he wants to say. Okay? And Margaret, because he keeps saying Margaret's with me. Okay, I'm going to leave that because it can just be an older generation. Okay? Do you not know your genealogy the whole way back? Okay, that's why. Because my guide said it's because they don't know the genealogy. Because remember how I said as people start to step in, there could be older generations just behind them. And I keep feeling her, and I'm starting to see her, and I know that's her name. So just keep that in mind as you start to trace it. but I keep getting 3 generations back. So that's whether it's from you or whether it's from her. I'm going to leave it, okay? It just means it's one of those older people who are here for support, so you guys have some time with him. Giving her support to him, that's all it is. Okay, but she's given me her name. Miscarriage was a long time ago. Be in your first trimester. Because they said early stages to me, which is always first trimester, because they'll say first, second, or third. I'm told baby not known because you were only a few weeks. Do you understand it? Okay, perfect. They're showing me blue. Did you feel like it was a boy, honey? Okay, because he keeps saying to me, as soon as he showed me the blanket, she felt that way. Do you understand? And all he keeps saying to me is, he's with me. He's with me. Good. Huh? Do you understand it? Okay, perfect. You gave him a name? Okay, good. And it's okay that you said it, but it was his way of saying you knew it was a boy. Do you understand? Wonderful. Good. How far along were you? 7 weeks. Okay, that's why they were saying first trimester to me. Perfect. Wonderful. He was just saying boy. And when they validate that, it's the validation for you of what you knew in your heart the whole time because you named him. But sometimes it can be not known because you know or you don't know. And they just want to validate the knowing and the knowing that he knows that he met the soul on the other side and that the soul's with you. Do you understand? Wonderful. Good. Okay, so he's starting to step in. I feel like I'm going to turn around so I can go back and forth between you guys. Because he said, I want to talk to my wife, but I don't want my daughters to think I'm ignoring them. Okay. All right. And what's with the month of August? Because he keeps saying birthday. You have an August birthday? Okay, perfect. Sometimes what will happen is he'll either start to give me names or he might give me birth dates of people that he wants to talk to. So then sometimes what they'll do is they'll give me that person's name, their birth date, or the combination of both, and then he might start to give some advice for your life. So I'm just going to leave it for a minute. Okay? Okay. And who's the one thinking about the retirement? Because okay, that's it. Because he said August to me, he passed the birthday balloons, and he goes, I have to talk to her about the retirement. That's why he was giving me your birth month. Do you understand it? Because like I said, sometimes they'll give me the birth month, sometimes they'll give me the name, or they'll give me the combination of both. And he kept saying August birthday, and then he goes, talk about the retirement. So you've been talking about retirement? You've been back and forth about it? Okay, because he's showing me the seesaw, which means that you're back and forth about it. Sooner than later is what you're hoping, but you feel like you might have to go later than you want to. I'm asking because he's saying to me, tell her she might have to go longer than she thinks, even though I know she wants to go sooner than later. Do you understand it? Meaning retirement. Do you understand? Okay. Is there a certain age that you... I'm sorry, I don't want to give your age away. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Because he's like, I want to talk to her about the age she's thinking about doing so I can give her advice. Is there an age you were thinking about doing it at?
66.
Okay, because he keeps saying 65 to me. He was saying 65 to me before you said that. Huh?
That would be this August.
This August will be 65. So you understand that. So that might be why he was also bringing the birthday up. Okay, listen, just his guidance for you doesn't mean that he wants, you need to do it because you have your own free will, but it's just his guidance for you, okay? So that's why he was giving me the August birthday, because it's a double validation that I'm the one you're supposed to talk to. This is part of what he wanted to validate about the retirement, because you're actually thinking about doing it this August by your birthday. And he kept saying 65 to me, meaning you turn 65 this August. Yeah, that's really strong validation. So he kept saying 65, and I'm like, hold on, let me ask her first her opinion before you tell me what to do. Again, your free will. Okay, so if you choose to go the extra year, he's still going to love and support your decision. Do you understand it? Okay, but his advice is, that's why he kept saying sooner than later, but she wants to go later, because that would be you going that extra year after you heard what he's saying to me. Do you understand? Perfect. And I'm saying, you know, you're not supposed to give women's ages away, right? He said, it's different, it's my daughter. That's what he just said. Meaning he's trying to give you guidance. He said, I'm not worried about what age she is. This is more important. Okay, good. So it's just his way of picking on me because I was picking on him a little bit. He's funny. He's funny. It's very, very, very funny. He's saying to me, I lived a really long life and it was hard at times, but I wouldn't change anything, especially my family. So I'm just going to listen to him talk because I know that he wants to say a few things to you, okay? Good, wonderful. He's just so focused on you. What's with the complications with the knees, honey?